The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. No one could see it yet. I was still transitioning.
Flip inside out.
So now I'm going to see that dumpy face anytime I think of Axel.
Oh, I was about to say, does he turn inside out?
Yes, he does! I got the octopus coming in the mail. Because that was like...
No, Jesse, you've already ruined it. I'm only going to see the pink one with the derpy face.
Well, okay. But the angry one is much more like my aesthetic, so.
No.
Also, it like sits perfectly on top of my water bottle.
Nice.
So he's just gonna hang out here with me tonight.
Look, he's awesome. Chilling. So hey everybody, welcome back to Ghost of Saltmarsh. You know what? Since everyone was here last time, let's roll d6s.
Oh shit.
We were just talking about what happened last time, so you guys should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize when you say roll a d6, my brain goes shh.
Oh, no.
I see a 5 from Abigail.
I'm sorry, yep. What does your brain do? Somebody clip that, please. Thank you.
I got a 2.
Okay. How about Axel? 2? Ooh, okay. Sekald?
Got a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
How about Bryn? Oh my god, so many 2s. And Josul?
I got a 6.
Oh.
Sorry, Josul, you're the winner of the raffle.
Daggone it. So there was this like evil vampire. I guess we're assuming he's evil since he's a vampire.
You know, like Fallout New Vegas, the dude with the glasses. And you're just like, who won the lottery? I did. That's you.
Hopefully my fate's better than his was.
Shoot him?
No, he just gets shot by someone in the city. He gets like 30 feet away from you after he says that if you turn around, he falls over dead.
Oh. I was just shot him because he was a powder ganger.
No, he gets 30 feet away from the city and falls over dead anyway. He doesn't really get very far.
Oh.
I see Kaisar's legion shoot him. But anyway, so we found this evil vampire guy that was under the city and spent the entire session debating what we were going to do with him or how we were going to deal with him or how we were going to handle him. And we're kind of torn because a few of us are like, well, maybe he's got useful information, but the two most influential members of the party, as far as decisions go like that, Abby and Axel, both decided he's better off dead and that his information is probably not trustworthy in any case. And all of us are in agreement. We need to keep Kade as far away from the vampire as possible.
Hey.
It's for your own good, dear.
So I think that's the conclusion we came to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the most equipped to have a conversation. Thank you.
But that's not where the session ended, did it?
No, it was not.
No.
There was an attempt on our lives, if I'm thinking correctly.
I like how you said there was an attempt.
I mean, we're all still alive, so an attempt is all it was.
But an attempt was made. It just sounds like one of those gold star. You tried.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly really pretty much what it was. And that's what I remember. We kicked somebody's butt quite seriously because of it.
There's also a recap and pinned in Discord of what was going on last time.
Right.
At the end.
So, these 2 assassins that invade your home at night when you all are sleeping.
Yeah, that's right. 2 assassins. That's right.
They're wearing red cloaks, and they had face masks on, if I remember right. Or no, it was a dark blue cloak, because they're actually stealthy. And like at nighttime, it makes it really hard to see them with dark blue. Unless you have dark vision, of course. Then they got Sekald pretty good, and Sekald is what warned everybody that this was happening. Apparently, a certain ally of yours, Zendros,
Got here
knew that
awfully
this was
fast.
happening.
She got here
maybe came a little too late, or
when
just
they
in time
got here, but yeah.
to try to save Sekald. Then there was one of them actually got Bryn down unconscious with poisoned blades, and Abby is currently grappling them.
It was something on a rag. Bitch chloroformed her.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
that's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
Chloroform.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
straight
still
up
got hit,
chloroformed.
but I'm
And then I
back.
felt really bad because I was like, the reason that he didn't use it on me was because Sanctuary, and if he had used it on me, I would have had advantage.
Mhm. But you currently have him held by the ankle, and you and Zendros are dealing with him
Yes.
in
And he's
the
glowing
kitchen.
because Zindros just hit him with a guiding bolt.
after you hit him with
I
the
don't think we're in the kitchen. I think we're in the living room. But yeah, which is right next to it.
Yeah, the map is in the
We
thing.
we literally ended right next to that trap door, which
Yes.
is where
Mhm.
Abby
Yeah.
got him pinned.
Mhm.
Because so Abby's on the floor in the living room next to that trap door that was broken by Katie. Bryn is beside her on the floor. Zindros is like at the trap door, probably like halfway up the stairs or something, and Sekald is right next to her. Katie's outside the window directly below where I am. On like that 5-foot ledge with a 50-foot drop and then sharp rocks below.
Mhm.
And I think Josul and Axel are like 70 feet away.
Around the
We're-
point.
Yeah, we're
East
quite a
of
distance
where-
away, but we're I think down
Yeah,
from
you're
where
under
you
the
guys are.
You're under the
Josul is
house.
hiding under the boat. No,
Yes.
Josul is hiding under the boat so that when they try to leave, he can gank them in the back.
Right. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
made such a high stealth check. It was like 30 something
Yeah.
that like most people have no idea where I disappeared to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Unless if they
Axel's
were
right
watching.
next to you and has no idea where you are.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
And
Me
I
and
went-
the slugger galloping back and forth, just like chasing after wherever the fuck we think they were. Left, right, left. Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
exhausting.
50 feet below the top of the ledge from the house, but 50 feet above the water from
Mhm.
below.
Yeah, meanwhile, Katie has another assassin, and they're precariously off on the edge of the cliffside.
Oh yeah, you tried to Voldemort this guy.
Yeah. No, that's who I'm right below. I'm right below the cliff where Katie and the other, because you jumped off the cliff after him.
They're on the opposite
Fight.
side of the cliff, though.
Yeah, okay.
They're on the northern side, and the
Yeah,
cave opening is on the
they're-
southern side.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's not
right,
quite
okay.
at the boat yet.
Got it. Okay.
He hasn't made it into the water yet.
Yeah, he's just getting ready to jump off of that side to the boat.
hmm
Presumably.
So,
But like Katie jumped after him.
on that note, we'll get started. I'm going to keep the same initiative as last time.
Okay.
It's going to be super out of order. Maybe if somebody wants to, they can fix it.
Organize it by.
Yeah. Ignore the passive perceptions. The passive perceptions I have for NPCs and enemies is just like a filler spot. So that's not their actual passive perception and doesn't really matter for this fight. Anyway, so Josul, you are starting first. I think we agreed that you were just gonna stay there stealthed
Yeah.
until something happened.
Right. Yeah, I kind of was like, I don't really know what's going on above. And rightfully so, I now can't hear or see anything that's going on above because I'm under the boat, underwater. So I'm going to continue to assume that they're going to try and make a book for the boat. So I'm going to keep my position. And if once I know someone's in the boat, they're like, underwater is kind of my maneuver. Flop underwater and grab them. Maybe I'll flip the whole boat over. I'm not sure. I'm debating that right now. So we'll just assume I'm debating that and go to the next person's turn.
Yes. The next person would be Sekald. So Sekald, where you're currently at, is you're still technically in the basement. Zindros did cast light in the room. You don't need it, but it does expand your range of sight. Zindros just got up to the trapdoor and has it opened. And she's like halfway open there, and you heard her fire a spell. And you weren't far behind.
Katie, myself. I will catch up to her and sorry, Katie.
I mean, Callie.
Yes, Callie myself, and then I made myself an idiot by saying the wrong
You're
name.
fine.
So I'm the fool. Apologies, I'm rather tired.
It's okay.
Catch up with Captain Zendros, and
You
I'm
see
assuming I could.
glowing assassin.
Grappled by little ass Abby in her nightgown.
If that's the case, then I would just assume that the rest of the party that's standing around her probably have it, and go to offer my action to assist Zendros and Captain Zendros getting up there.
He's still alive. She can. It's a ladder. She can get out of the door.
But you have him pinned.
I have him pinned and he's trying to stab me in the face.
Well, that's true.
Like,
Okay.
he's not just letting me do this. I weigh like 30 pounds soaking wet.
You would also see Bryn unconscious on the ground. Apparently uninjured, though.
Would I see that from the floor?
Oh, you're peeking your head out. You're out of the area. Like, Zindros is like at the trap door, and I was assuming you went up and out. And you're like one square out. So you're in room 4 on the pinned
probably like
thing, living room.
The way that I imagine it is like it's one of those like an attic one where it's stairs that go up, and like you're at the bottom of the stairs looking like peeking up just at floor level, and she's halfway up.
Okay, I thought it was at the bottom of a ladder going into an attic, and you could only see that small section.
And you would see at the top, in the northwest window on the northern wall, the window is completely shattered outwards because one of the assassins jumped out that way.
Oh, I remember, because I was the one that heisted the entirety of our balcony.
Yes, it is very iced.
Yeah, and if he hadn't had evasion, I would have had a nice little statue out there.
Mhm.
Anyways, okay, if that's the case, then I will take my full move to get out there, and to assist Abby, I will use one of
your move to get up to visibly see all this would be 15 of your movement.
That's fine.
So
I
just
should
keep
still-
that in mind.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Mhm.
I will use one of your spells, however, because for the life of me, I cannot pronounce the name of it. It's the claw.
Flip the bloop.
Tight.
That's
You
what's
have to think
called.
of it
It's
like a
called
weird
flip the bloop.
aquatic scent.
No.
Blibdual ploop is how
Not-
you actually say
Don't
it.
Not a
blame
single
me,
one of you.
blame the Kuotoans.
Not a single one of you understand. I will never pronounce that. I don't care how many
That's
times you try
right.
to correct me. I'm not going to pronounce it.
Blibdual ploop is supposed to sound like dripping water.
Thank you.
It
But I will
sounds like
I will
something
never
else.
attempt it.
Gesundheit.
Anyway, so you go to cast that spell. Is that a bonus action, I think?
I'm trying to get the aquatic spells back up right now. Didn't think about that before we started the game.
So I assume you do it to your offhand, the one not holding the trident.
Of course.
And your arm, I'll leave it up to you how it happens. But I always think of it as like something gross, like it grows from inside your skin and your like skin rips off as a new arm appears. And then when the spell ends, like that part just like sheds off. And you have your normal arm.
See, I always thought it was more of a transformer move, like the armor appeared from shoulder going down and just expanded.
Like the chitin grows over top of your existing arm.
Mhm.
Yes.
I always kind of envisioned it as just like the skin that was there, just like crusting up and growing, like hardening up,
Yeah.
like
That's-
a really bad rash.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about spells. Each person who casts it does it their own way.
That's probably why my mage armor keeps looking like snow falling. But anyways, yes, I go to grappling.
Okay, he's already grappled, but you can roll your attack.
Right. And that's a spell attack. Wonderful.
That's a spell melee attack, yeah. So you use your spell attack bonus.
Which makes that a 27 to hit.
Yep.
So 2d6 bludgeoning. And I do they need another strength save to stop from being grappled by me?
No, the save they do is to try to escape from it.
2d6 bludgeoning damage and must make a strength saving throw or become grappled by you.
Oh, okay. Let me roll that then.
But is it at
It's not-
disadvantage because he's already at?
No disadvantage. It's not going to matter though. He's already grappled.
Grappling doesn't do much. It just makes it so his speed is 0.
Yeah, you got a 5 on it, so you're fine.
Yeah, that doesn't exactly beat out my 17 DC there. So I got 2 2s, so 4 bludgeoning.
Okay, so you grab his other leg, or you grab an arm or something.
I was thinking his chest.
Okay.
Squeeze the ribs. Hopefully get a squeaky noise out of him.
Okay, Goku.
No. To be fair, in this situation, I'd be Slug.
You would be Slug.
I
Well,
mean,
he's the Goku. You're the Slug. Whereas Dragon Ball Z abridged jokes aside.
Of Team 4-Star.
Yes.
Sorry, I got distracted by a message. It is Katie's turn next. So, Katie,
Okay.
you are perilously on the edge of the cliff. Down below you is a bunch of spiky rocks crashing up against the shore. You and this assassin are balancing on here. Both pretty easily doing it because you both have decent decks.
All right. I never get to do this, so since it's just he and I, or she and I, or they and I, because I don't know.
You
who they are
actually
under that
can't
hood.
tell their gender.
I know.
That's how well concealed they are.
So, I sort of look at them and then I tilt my head sideways, and then no one else sees this but them because everyone else is away. But my face sort of takes on the qualities of, I think it was called the Bodak, the long mouth, the big eyes,
Yeah.
and
What?
and so I need a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
please.
Okay. See if they got anything to help with that. And of course they don't. What's the DC?
Monk of the Long Death.
Yeah, it's a
Ah.
14, DC 14.
They got 13.
Oh yes. All right. So, any creature, so them within 30 feet of me that fails their save are frightened of me until the end of my next turn. So they are frightened.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use. No, I don't even need to use it because they're scared of me. So if they attack me, they have disadvantage. So yeah, that's my turn for this turn.
Okay. You don't
Pity you
move.
can't also grapple him. Grapple him while your face looks like a Bodak.
Maybe next turn. But yeah, so yeah, just completely unnerve this person.
Give me a hug.
Then we go to Bryn, who is unconscious. The fact she's away is okay. And then we go to Axel. And Axel has been playing a fun game of, I guess, Pickle, where you're just back and forth, back and forth. But I think you were just getting out of the cave system and into the main area of the basement.
I
Let me double check.
believe that I left
Oh,
myself.
no,
on
you're in the water next to
water.
Josul.
Yeah.
So where do you want to do now that you're here? You don't know where everybody else is at or where the assassins are.
No, I don't. And
You just know Josul went this way and he's gone.
it's frankly a bit frustrating.
I mean,
So-
you might be able to see Katie on that ledge.
I think we're on the other side of the cliff from y'all, though. That's the thing.
I
Josul,
thought the cliff was like a straight thing.
On
like,
the
you're
other
far
side.
away, but
No, I'm saying is like the cave that exits out is on the wrong side of, because we're out on a spit of land and there's like a cliff on the one side, right?
hmm
And then there's the cavern exits out to the other side because they didn't drop down in front of where the cavern is. They dropped off on the other side.
Actually,
But it's like a U that comes out and around.
Right.
I'm on one side of the U and they're on the other side of the U.
So how much travel does it need to get around that little isthmus there?
probably quite a while.
So I'm just kind of have to sit here and cool my heels. There ain't a whole lot for me to do right now unless they decide to make their way back to the boat.
Josul, if you're willing to break your stealth, since you haven't really done anything this turn, you could, like, let Josul know you're there if you wanted.
pretty sure they've
Axel
talked to
never
each
struck me
other.
as someone who is going to stab first and ask questions later. I don't really know if I want to give up my really awesome stealth just to let him know I'm here, but maybe I can send him a message. I think I have that spell. No, of course I don't. Why would that be useful? Oh no, I do. Message. All right. I send a message to Axel that says, I'm hiding under the boat. Don't reveal my position. Just be ready. I'll get them if they jump in to escape. That was probably more than 25 words.
Whatever.
Whatever. Well,
I'm gonna roll this real quick because this doesn't come up very often. What's the weather like outside tonight?
Ooh.
mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll leave this up to I'll let Axel roll these. So I need 3d20s, but give me one at a time.
Okay. 13,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
and 15.
All right. The temperature outside right now is cool, but like a normal for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
There is no wind, and there's a very light mist of rain coming down.
Okay. Well, this is just a bunch of hot nonsense. You can keep the boat. I will go back to the house and try and flush them out. Because there's no
Okay.
sense in me, there's no sense in me just sitting here in the water when there's like
Yeah,
nobody
and
around.
I've already got an ambush set up for anyone who tries to get in the boat.
So he'll try and make his way back through the cave and
Okay.
take his, what is his slug got, like 40, 50?
Does your slug have a climb speed?
It does.
I
Hang on.
don't think.
Just go up this cliff face then.
Oh, hey, that's an idea.
I don't think it does.
Why go around when you can go up?
But it might because it has like a sticky adhesive thing.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Speed. No, it's got a swim speed, not a climb.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I was about to say it already has crazy movement anyway.
It's got a
It's
40.
squiggles.
It's got a 40 movement speed. So
It squiggles, it doesn't squelch.
how
Got it.
high up is the cliff though?
Oh, what did we say last time?
From the water level, it's 100 feet.
Yes,
right.
thank you. I thought that's what we had agreed it was.
Because Katie went down 50 feet, landed on her ledge, and then there's another 50 feet before the pointy rocks below.
That's right. Okay.
All right.
Cerulean could technically climb up that, but it'd be like difficult terrain, so you'd be moving
Sure.
at half.
Well, of course.
It would be faster to go through the tunnels again. I will say, to make this real easy, so we don't math it out, if you spend 2 full turns going through all of your movements, so like action dash and normal move and whatnot, you and Cerulean could be at the trapdoor in
All right.
the next 2 rounds.
Okay.
So this one and next one, like you'll end the next turn at the trapdoor.
All right. Well, then that's what I'll have to do then. So I'll just commit to that.
Okay. Then after Axel, it's their turns. So they're in quite a predicament, both of them. I think I'll start with Katie's. They will provoke as they attempt to jump into the water.
Mother.
Oh.
They would rather risk that, especially since they're frightened of you right now.
All right. Well, if they're gonna try to run away, I'm gonna punch them.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
This one has not been hurt at all yet, by the way.
I've been saving them.
Reminder that you can do stunning stride as when it's not on your turn.
It's
Yeah.
true, I can.
Yes, you
But I
can.
don't. But I don't think I hit. Got an 11.
Okay, you take a swipe at them as they jump down into the water. And I'm going to roll a check for them to see if they hit the rocks. I'll say they tricked you by doing like a front flip. So you went to go get them and you like undershot it and they like flipped over top of your hand. But you just see them go dive into the water and just disappear.
As they're falling away, I yell, "Do you think that will save you?"
And there's just this light mist of rain. And it's not even like going back and forth because there's no wind. It's just Anyway, we go to the one in the living room, and they will attempt to escape from one of these grapples. I'm gonna roll d4 to see which one they're gonna try to escape from. Okay, Sekald. What is the DC to escape your grapple?
17.
Okay, so they're gonna try acrobatics. And 11 does not succeed. So that was their turn. As they like grab the claw off the hand and they got like their sword and they're like trying to pry it off of them. To no success. After them, it is Abby's turn.
Oh, so the claw blipped a bloop. Did he have to roll a spell attack?
Yes, he
Or is
did.
it a saving throw? Okay, so he's not glowing anymore.
He is not.
I gotta try it. I'm gonna attempt to hit him.
Who's setting off fireworks in October?
I don't know. It's some dickhead neighbor of mine. I'm so annoyed. Terry's shaking like a leaf.
Oh. So, because you
Cheers,
have him
Ivor.
grappled, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and hit him with a guiding bolt because it's the most effective thing I have. I don't know if I hit though.
What'd you get?
Probably not. 13.
You go to grapple them, and they like, as they're like trying wedging their sword in the claw, trying to get out of the way, they quickly move to the side and deflect it.
All right, and that's
Just a fancy way of saying you didn't meet the AC.
yeah. That's what I do. I'm out.
No bonus action or anything.
My bonus action can only be used to move, and I'm not leaving.
Oh.
I'm not letting his ass go.
I would say technically you could move half your movement with him, but because there's two people grappling him, you can't. You guys got like
There's
a
no
three-way
point.
grapple.
He's good where he is.
Okay. Then it is Zendros' turn. And Zendros will move up to the grappled assassin. And she will say, "You have messed the wrong Sahuagin wizard. He has very powerful friends that you don't want to deal with. Tell us who hired you, and I might let you live." And his response is to spit in her face. So,
Can I crack his ribs for that?
on
My
your
turn.
turn. On your turn.
Okay.
So after her, would be Josul, who's chilling, and then Sekald.
I continue to chill and wait.
Well, yeah, the guy's in the water now. You might not be able to see him.
Yeah, probably not. I'm gonna go grab some drink real quick because
Okay.
I didn't get one when we started. So
Maybe hold
something
your action
exciting
until you
happens.
see him.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna hold my action until I see someone in the boat or someone approaching the boat, and then I'm gonna sneak attack. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Grab me a drink while you're out there.
Okay.
Get me up here as well. Joking. Anyway, Sekald, it's your turn.
I don't know why I found that so funny. So yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that. And he's spit in her face. I'm gonna crush his ribs.
Go ahead.
Bonus action, another 2d6. Ooh, he's not gonna like that one. That's an 8.
8. You audibly hear the cracking of his ribs.
Yay.
Anything else in your turn?
Can't really think of anything. I'll let somebody else do the interrogating.
Let's see. I'm just seeing what else about him. But anyway, then we'll go to Katie's turn. So Katie, your target has jumped into the water. Out of sight because you are in nighttime and you don't have dark vision.
Well,
So you might have been visible in the water, but due to the lighting, you can't tell.
I'm going to spend a key point.
He might have died down there. He might be like dead on a rock down there, for all you know.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna spend a key point, and I'm gonna use Step of the Wind,
Mm-hmm.
so I can double my jumping distance, and then I'm going to run 10 feet along the ledge and leap 24 feet out from the cliff face,
Oh, no, thank you.
and just dive to the water below.
And here I was worried about those rocks.
So you video game like Mega Man X slide down the wall, and then you K jump.
Fucking triple jump.
You K jump onto like a spiky rock that has almost like a 45-degree angle, and you like jump on that one. You front roll onto that edge, and you jump again to another one lower, and you're like right at the water as the waves are crashing everywhere.
Do I see him?
Did this take your action? I don't think so.
The jumping takes my movement. The key point takes my bonus action, so I still have an action.
Roll me perception check.
Plus, I have 50 feet of movement, so I don't know how much of that would be left. So I'm just leaping. Okay, perception.
Considering it was 50 feet down, I would say that was your move.
Okay, well, I mean, I intended, like, I'm literally, like, just jumping. I don't care if I free fall and hit the water. I'm not trying to do this safe.
Then you wouldn't have done your monk thing.
No, well, the key is to get me 25 feet out from the ledge. So,
She's spending key to make sure she misses the rocks, not to negate fall damage.
Okay, so you just...
Also, I don't think you have to actually activate anything to not take fall damage. You just have to be, like, conscious.
Well, that's true, too, but I there's only so much. So if I fall 50 feet, I think it's 5d6 damage.
I'll say you got, like, another 15 feet of movement, I guess.
All right, so perception.
Your head comes up out of the water as you turn around, and you're looking in that direction.
So a 16 perception check, looking for this fool.
You do not sense where they're at. You do not perceive, like, a sight thing. You don't hear them swimming. You hear the crashing of the water, but you don't really have the senses of Axel, but you don't really like smell anything different than normal too, I guess.
All right.
Your main problem is you can only look out like maybe 10 feet, and that's like really dark, like heavily obscured.
I'm gonna hold my action. If they come out of the water near me, close enough to punch them, I'm gonna punch them.
Okay.
Whee! Somewhere Abby inside hears whee as I fall to the water below.
You hear a scream of a banshee through the valley. Okay. That's what it would sound like, echoing enough through a valley. It'd probably just be like a ee.
Mm.
You've probably heard of like where is it? I think it's like in Brazil or something. There's like this area in the jungle where like the trees are angled in just the perfect way that when the monkeys are like doing a screech thing, as it like echoes through there, it sounds like screams of the damned or something. They call it like the haunted bridge or something, because it just sounds like when you're crossing the bridge, like there's just ghosts underneath you, but it's just the monkeys howling like a mile away. Sorry, railroad tangent, but so that's Katie's turn. So their turns again. Wow, these turns are going a lot faster now. You hear Zendros, Sekald, and Abby, the assassins, say, you'll never get anything from me. And he moves his jaw on a weird angle, and you hear like a crunch sound. And he falls to the ground.
So he either broke his own
Abby
neck
just
or that was
curses
cyanide.
in Halfling.
Sorry.
Give me an insight check, Abby. Or a medicine check.
There we go. I'll do that one. Holy
You're
shit,
like
that's
insight.
actually pretty great.
You're thinking he might have had some kind of poison on him, and you think if you act fast, you could actually keep him alive. It would be a high medicine check, essentially. But if you, in this turn, succeed on that, you could prevent him from dying.
I got a 24.
I know that's what the medicine check was for.
Yeah.
Figuring that out. And then after them, since the other one, who knows what they're doing, or if they're even alive, we will go to... Actually, it is Abby's turn.
All right. So what do I think I would have to do to save this asshole?
Do you have
Are we
any?
talking, like,
do you have
a
any
healing
antidotes on you?
potion?
Or neutralize. Neutralize poison's a druid spell, and it's not a spell anymore.
Well, and that's what antidote is anymore. Antidote
Yeah.
is like the neutralized poison.
There was
potion.
a first level druid spell, I think, called it neutralize poison.
I'm
Protection
right
from
here.
poison.
I'm right here.
Yeah, well, you're not there yet.
You're not
I-
there yet.
I
How
have
many
one
turns has
round.
it been?
It's only.
It's been like one turn.
Yeah,
Oh my
this
God.
hasn't even been one turn yet.
Oh my God.
Do I think so? I have a healer's kit and I have healing potions.
I'll
Would
see
either
with the
of those do
healer's
it?
kit. You have advantage. So I would say there would be stuff in the healer's kit that could help you.
Okay. I will do that.
If you're able to cast guidance on yourself, that might be good too. But that would take an
If you're-
action, so never mind.
So cool. Advantage. Advantage?
Hmm
Fuck.
Lucky halfling.
No, it doesn't matter. I didn't roll one.
No, just cat.
15.
You open up the mouth to see that they had a fake tooth, that they had some kind of poison capsule inside. And you try to act fast. You get the antidote stuff. You figure out what kind of poison it is real quick, and you go to apply the antidote. And you put your ear to the heart, and you hear it like it's still slowing, like it's like maybe a heart pulse every few seconds. And then there's no more heartbeat.
Shit. And then I'm going to point to the window and say, Katie went out the window. See if you can find her. There's another one out there.
At this point, I think
That's my
we'll
turn.
go out of initiative.
Who was that?
As
to?
soon as I realize this guy's dead, I'm going out the window after Katie.
Yeah. Okay, so
Because
you go out the window after Katie. You have no idea where she went. She's not there. Katie, what are you doing? You're just going to sit out in the water and you just continue looking out for him?
I'm swimming around trying to see if I can find them.
Give me another perception roll.
Okay. That's only a 14.
No luck. You're thinking if you don't, but you haven't found the body either. So you're pretty sure that they survived, but you don't know where they went. They must have a boat nearby.
I'm gonna look for them and a boat. I'm gonna swim around.
I'm going to yell down for Katie to see if I can see her. And then can I say that there's like a chunk of wood off of the railing that's broken here?
Oh, there definitely is. I believe
Cool.
I did
I'm
say that from the
casting
sleep
light. I'm casting light on a piece of it that I think is light enough to float. And I'm going to yell down, Katie, light, and chuck it.
As you say that, that's when Axel, I'm sorry, you keep showing up right as after everything's done. You're like a cop in a DC comic series.
What happened here is already just bodies.
You show up as Abby's like looking over the edge and stuff.
So there's one thing I want to do just as he shows up.
Hmm
I want to grab Zendos, dimension door down towards the docks.
All right.
What the fuck? Where are you going?
She makes out with you.
Don't. I'm going to, because one, I know that the only other place somebody that doesn't look like a natural born water dweller
You don't
be
know
heading
this
No,
because
I'm-
you're not communicating where you're going. You just vanished.
I'm serious. You
Is
grab
that
her,
out
she
of-
puts her hand around your waist, and when you appear on the other side of the door, she's kissing you.
Jesus,
Whoa.
Thank goodness you're okay.
not intentional, but
I heard
Not
word, I had heard
complaining.
word from my contacts that there were some assassins that were in town, and they were looking for a Sahuagin wizard. I knew it had to be you.
yeah, well, they got a good chunk of me. I think I still have the bolt in my gut.
She will take a look at it, and she attempts to heal you with healing magic that heals things.
No shit.
Scotty, after they walk through the door, when the piece of drift or railing lands with the light,
Mhm.
I wanna
You would
swim over
definitely
and
notice that.
yeah, I want to swim over and pick it up, and I swim to the cliff face, look up to where Abby is, and then I'm just gonna run from the bottom of the cliff to the top 100 feet, and just hop up next to Abby and say,
Okay.
"Hey,
Okay, you all would notice
Hi.
like the light just suddenly it just like into the water, and then you just suddenly notice it like move really quickly to the edge, and then just suddenly Katie's here.
hi."
Hi.
You didn't know
You're
that was a
okay.
monk. That would be a oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It's just the light running up the cliff. What's happening? Yeah.
I did not know you could do that.
Sekald,
Yeah.
you heal 13, and Axel, you see a dead assassin, and Bryn laying there on the ground, no weapons being held.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and check out Bryn and see what's going on with her.
All right, roll a medicine check.
That's good. It's a 17 on the die, so
Oh, that would pass on the die.
Yeah.
Mostly because of your keen smelling, I'm putting into this medicine check. You can actually smell that there was some drug that was applied to her that she inhaled that knocked her out. You think like just like shaking her awake or something would work.
yeah, okay, so can I have Cerulean like lean down and like poke her face with a pseudopod until she wakes up?
Yeah, Bryn, you the last thing you remember
Sorry.
was you were being strangled by the assassin, and you wake up to this weird slimy texture on your face. And you're on the ground.
First time, but I appreciate you waking me up. Where is it? Oh, hi, Cerulean. Where is everybody?
I think everybody is here except for Sekald. And did you even know that Zindros was here?
Me?
I think you,
No,
I think,
maybe. Wait, did you?
Didn't
Because I know
run
that there was
past them?
Oh, no,
there
yeah,
were
you
several
did.
rounds where all of them were running around in the dark in the basement. So if it was before Zindros cast light, then Bryn has no idea she's even here.
I don't think she does because Bren was up top with Abby and the other guy
And
when
then
she
he knocked
started
her out.
casting. Yeah, and he knocked her out before the bolt was actually cast.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but
That's
Zindros cast
hilarious.
light the round
That was
before she
downstairs.
cast Guiding Bolt.
That was in the basement.
Yeah.
Right, but that was after everybody had already moved through,
Mhm.
I don't know.
I believe, anyways.
Yeah, apparently Zindros is here and Sekald dimension doored her somewhere else. There's one more of these shits. Did you get it, Katie? Did you see where it went?
I like to think he's
Hey.
still holding the light board.
I am.
And it's going
Hey,
like... vroom,
Well, yeah, because it's the only
vroom,
light we have right now.
vroom.
Josul is laying an ambush, so if they decide to try and make a run for the boat.
Where's the
Oh,
boat?
fabulous! They took a boat.
That's a good timing.
Let's
We go
head
back
there.
down. We go back down to Sekald. I don't know if I said it yet, but you
Do I-
got healed 13.
Do I get to stab someone?
Maybe. You do hear some talking, but
Can I like
But wait, what's your passive? Let's check.
My passive is
Yeah.
hot garbage.
Okay, you hear talking.
Passive perception. Oh, it's 14.
14? Oh, I needed to update that.
I put points in it, sorry.
Points in it?
Or whatever. I
Let's say this is in 3rd edition.
proficiency did it. That
Oh,
was one of the things yeah.
okay, I updated that for the future. All right, then in that case, you're able to hear voices, but they do sound vaguely familiar, but it's mostly like womp 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 because you're underwater.
If it wobble is familiar, I'm not worried about it. If it sounds like someone's getting in the canoe or the boat or whatever this is, stab time.
Mhm.
So
I'm just imagining that scene from movies where just slowly you see him come up above the water, recognize that he doesn't understand it, and the eyebrows just get angry.
It's Jesse's axolotl face, just like
Yeah, it's just like the happy one, the angry one. It's so happy.
So-
Back into one.
on the outside of the cave, can I see a small bit of land like beach or rocks?
let's see on the map. I don't think they have that listed on the map, so I'm gonna say yes.
Because I want to create a bonfire with create bonfires on one of those rocks so we can get some light outside of the cave.
You go over to a spot and you put your hand out towards the ground, and you hear like a and you hear like a dun, and like text comes up and says bonfire lit.
God damn it. So this is Dark Souls. No wonder I got half my HP knocked out.
That's how I always treat the spell bonfire every time.
Well, the
Yeah,
only problem
it's true.
is I wouldn't be that close to it, and I could do this from range of 60 feet. So I'm trying not to get anywhere
Well,
near where this other person.
your hand's pointing however
They'll do the
far
same thing.
you're doing it. So
That's fine. I love the bonfire aesthetic, anyways. So that works. I just wanted some light out there, and I know Abby.
you and
completely agrees with
Syndros
that.
are the two with dark vision, so you two are actually kind of fine. But that also does increase your range of sight.
You now see a
Exactly.
giant doll in a bonnet.
You go from 30, you can see iffily in 30 feet to you can see well in like 60.
Mhm.
Well, now I can see extremely well because I've got an additional. How far does that bonfire go?
I would say the same as torch, so 30-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't specify.
The spell should say.
It actually doesn't.
It doesn't.
Magic. Yeah, it doesn't say how much light it
I,
produces.
okay, so what I'm going to say is you have 30-foot light, and then another 30 feet low light, and then after that it's dark, which is where your dark vision comes into play.
Nice.
That's why
That's good.
that's why I was saying, like, even though you can see in the dark, having a light source increases that range.
So here's the new question: What
Mhm.
does Josul see? Because that's a nice little bit of light underneath the water.
He would
and
see a
he's
bit of
still
an
in
orange
shadow.
glow of a fire somewhere off to the side
I'm going
while
to
you're under the boat.
I'm going to assume that's probably not the assassins since I didn't see them cast magic at all.
Mhm.
So I'm going to assume that's probably one of my allies nearby, and I hold position still, just hoping that the assassin still comes for the boat.
Zendros says to Sekald, "What did you do?"
In general or specifically?
What did
I
you
don't
do that provoked assassins to come after you?
That is a very good question. I would like to know the answer to that myself. As far as I'm concerned, I've not done anything to piss off any particularly bad people, unless we're talking that vampire.
We're friends with Josul. It was enough.
I mean, I would have known that well ahead of time if that was the case. I wouldn't not have cared. But I may have put an arcane lock on my freaking deprivation chamber.
Maybe this has a connection with that attempt on Josul's life. Maybe you're not the only target. Regardless,
about that.
regardless, we need to get you out of town.
I don't think getting me out of town is going to solve the problem. Right now, let's deal with these guys first, and then we can go into strategery. God damn it.
Oh, your friends have that. I just want to make sure that you don't get hurt anymore.
That's appreciated. But we are both adventurers. We know exactly how deadly the lines can be.
You're precious to me. I do not want to lose such a valuable asset. And she puts her hand up your chest and slides down a little bit.
Scotty, remember the clothes problem.
What close problem? You don't have any on.
That's the problem. Thank you. Thank God my mage armor fits around my clothes. It's effectively censoring me.
I kind of feel like I need to clip that.
Yeah.
It
Damn
just goes to YouTube. That part might be muted.
D&D, he's a shark with legs and no shirt.
It's fine. It's an hour in. They stop watching after that point.
Yeah, it's right.
The
You'll be
censors stop
fine.
caring after the first
Right.
20 minutes.
It only goes 20 minutes in, and then we haven't said anything at that point. We're fine. It won't even flag the video.
As long as it's not Disney music, then no.
Right, yeah. At any point if Disney music plays, the video is just muted.
You can say go, let, and it, but not in the specific order, or
Right,
it'll be
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
In any case,
Slowly
speaking of ice wizards, she said Zindros does that like playfully, but she doesn't go any further than that. Of course, this is definitely not the time or the place. At least for her. You're probably anyway. So she says, "I have friends up north. Good friends." Oh, I thought you were like trying to show me Doctor Who for some reason. She was holding the blanket up and just said Doctor Who. Anyway.
I was laughing. I was also cold.
Cold laughing, got it.
For some reason, in this particular instance, that only brings up one scene to my mind. I have a statement from the doctor, and I have a question from me. One of the best scenes. I have not yet fully watched the series. Anyways, yeah, trying to dissuade Zendros of trying to talk me out of moving from where I'm currently at with the group of adventurers. I also want to try and keep my eyes on the waters for anything that's moving.
Okay. She continues talking to you though, even though you're doing that. And she says, you would be able to have an even better outfit for you. You could be working for a cause even greater than yourself. You could become a ruler of land up north. Maybe even have your own apprentices.
I'm not looking to find land nor rule over anyone. At the moment, I'm trying to stay alive. So let's shelve this for the time being. Can discuss it later.
She seems visibly upset by this.
By me trying to talk her down or by the attack on my life?
Both.
Yes.
Probably yes.
He's a fucking captain. She should know
But
exactly.
but it looks like it hurts her more that you are
Turning her down.
yeah.
Oh, no.
As soon as I realize that Bryn is alive and Axel's with her, Abby's gonna take off running at 80 feet around to get down to where Axel said that boat was.
Okay. Let's actually go to Axel. Because Axel's been running around everywhere and I want him to actually be able to do something. So Axel, where are you going? Or are you a little busy at the moment?
I'm strongly considering just taking my slug and just diving off the cliff into the water.
No, don't pull it, please.
we can't deal with two friends dying in one day. One was
I only got one spell slot left, man.
What?
No.
I'm trying to remember the name of that one movie. Really famous movie about the Scottish uprising against the British. He's got
Braveheart?
Braveheart.
yeah.
It's just a scene from Braveheart with you like jumping into the water, but Cerulean's like this really obviously fake prop that's just like floating with you in the free fall.
like an inflatable raft.
No.
Like that movie's good, but that scene specifically, I'm like, that is the fakest horse they could have ever used.
It's just one of those sticks with a horse head on the end of it. He's not even trying.
That's essentially what it was. Like its legs were like perfectly like stiff.
Like they just found like a Briar doll horse or whatever there. Briar horses.
just kept it there.
I'm just remembering that Ninja Sex Party song.
Yes.
I think the decision where he's singing about Bryn has an STD. If you pause it at just the right spot, you can see the moment that they replaced Danny with this ridiculously cheesy, poorly made, like, mannequin that just has a really big wig on. It's
He's the
glorious.
What's
He's
his
the
name? Yeah, that's his name, Daniken.
Anakin. Oh,
I have to throw this out here. Sorry for the side
sorry.
tangent, but there's one other one that I have to throw out about bad props, intentional bad props. Markiplier, who I absolutely love as a YouTuber,
yeah, same.
had a YouTube original video called "A Heist with Markiplier," and in one of those scenes, it's effectively supposed to be Mission Impossible. He's supposed to be down on the ground, absolutely flat on his stomach, and just moving to a point. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
I do.
He doesn't do it himself. They literally off screen throw a Markiplier dressed prop mannequin and just chuck it
On the
onto
ground.
the scene, and it just plops face first, just T-posed right on the ground, and then they use fish wire to slowly drag it along by its nose, grinding into the ground until it gets to the other side of the street.
It was priceless. It's worth watching Heist with Markiplier to get to that point to see that scene. And it's worth watching it because it's a choose your own adventure movie, so it's incredibly fun. But that part was just, I cried laughing. I laughed so hard when I saw that. So I with you, Sekald. I love Markiplier. I watched that. I seen every path all the way through, and that was my favorite part every single time.
Can't wait to see what they do. They finished rapping on the second one. I cannot wait to see what he's been doing.
Same. Markiplier in space, I think it's called.
Yes.
So with that all being said,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna
going to say,
go ahead-
Axel, do you actually just use Cerulean just wing?
No, but
Oh.
I do want to follow the rest of the group and not get separated anymore.
Gotcha. That's probably a good idea. So what is the rest of the group doing? You
When,
are minus Sekald, and you know where Josul's ambushing at the cave.
How
I'd-
far is it
I'd be
from?
zipping down there.
Yeah, well, how far is it from the one side of the cliff if I go around, like, just, I don't go in the house, I go around the side of the house to get to the other side of the cliff?
This probably isn't accurate, but we'll say like 250 feet.
250 feet. All right, so if I step of the wind, I can get there in one turn. I can get there in 2 turns, 150 feet on the first turn, and then 100 feet on the second turn. So I just...
Keep in mind the step of the wind is a key per round.
Yes, oh, I'm spending it. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
It's a commodity I enjoy spending. But yeah, so I would use it 1 point a step of the wind for step of the wind for 150 feet on one turn. So then on a second turn, it would be 100 feet to get the other side.
I'll leave this up to you. What would step of the wind look like for you swimming?
Well, I'm not swimming.
Or are you
I'm-
doing
I'm-
like
I'm up on the
Aang,
top.
where he's like running on the top of the water?
Nope, I'm up top.
Oh,
I ran up and I was standing next to Abby. So when Abby runs in the house and goes down the trap door, I just dip around the side of the house and run straight across the yard to the other side of the cliff, and I'm going to cliff dive off the other side of the cliff. I'm not even going through the house. I'm going the shortcut.
oh, we'll say it's roughly the same distance, but yeah.
Okay, so actually I'll spend 2 key points because that way I can not only get to the edge of the cliff, but I can jump off.
It is the only parkour artist that literally jumps off the side of a cliff after jumping through 3 windows and over a table.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
You guys see, you open the trapdoor, Abby, and Katie's like, "Vroom," she's gone. What about the rest of you? Just heading down the basement, and you guys are going to go through the cave system, and you're going to try to meet up with where Josul's at.
Would it actually be fast? So like, I don't know if I would have my cloak on right now. So would it be faster to go into the water? But I don't know if I can miss those rocks. So no, I'm going the cave.
Would you wear your cloak when you're sleeping? Would you have grabbed it on your way out of your room when it was being
I think
attacked?
she probably would have grabbed it on her way out of her room, but
Then
she
you
definitely
have
wouldn't wear
it.
it sleeping. But would I be able to miss those rocks is the question.
That is the question.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I don't have enough spells left.
If Abby says something, Abby can jump on Katie's back before she runs away.
Like a little Yoda.
I would love that.
Yes! Cliff diving with Abby!
Go to swamp, sweet master.
Just land on the rocks. Fuck. Do I kill you or me?
Must buy
Actually,
buy
I-
accessories we must at the Darth Mall.
The best is if it came to it, like as we cliff dive, like Katie would literally belly flop versus letting Abby get hurt because I just absorb it.
YOLO.
That's
you
true.
must. Mhm.
Cuddy, you have to remind me of Game Grumps once we're done with all of this. I don't want to go on another side tangent, but I have to share something with you.
Oh, joke Yoda.
No, not Joke Yoda.
Although that was a good.
That got him fame outside this community. But regardless, we keep getting on tangents. So regardless of how you guys get down there, you guys are going in different directions, right? So Abby, okay, we'll actually go to Katie and Axel first. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Katie's back, so wherever she goes, I'm going.
okay, so we cut to like running around the house and her free falling off the cliff while you're holding on for god dear life on her back.
Oh yeah, she screams a little bit and then just hides. Are we dead yet?
And as you're falling, you can see a bonfire down at the foot of the cave.
Why is there fire? Oh god!
Splash, yeah.
Why is there fire?
Scotty, do you want to roll 10d6 for damage?
No, that's fine.
Come on. All right.
Now you got your Step of the Wind and your monk, and it's whatever. But that definitely would catch Sekald's attention. So like
Not
you're
to
talking with
mention
Zendros, and all of a sudden you just hear Abby go, "Ah, is that fire?"
And we're falling with the piece of railing that I'm still holding that's lit.
Piece of stick.
I still have it.
I'm
I
really
don't
glad
And
that there's like no big ship offshore
Yeah,
that has like
Right.
And
long range something.
on that note,
I don't-
Zendros will say to you, Sekald, please think of my offer. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. I hope to see you before the ship leaves in the morning. And she takes a step back, and as she takes a step back, like this portal of like fire appears, and she goes through it and disappears.
What the hell is that? Have it.
And then that's when Axel's like, and he's there.
So
You catch the
Larvae.
slightest hint of brimstone smell, Axel.
as all of this kind of has occurred, if at any point does my perception notice someone swimming towards the boat at all?
You would definitely notice the crash into the water.
Oh, I noticed all of that, I'm assuming, because it's less than 10 to notice someone loudly splashing next to
Someone loudly
Roll
splashing
perception.
next to you while holding a torch.
you. Right. It's like a 0. I'm kind
That
of like
continues to glow while underwater.
attempting to perceive someone potentially trying to ninja towards the boat while all of this is happening. Because my swim speed is phenomenal. 19 perception.
When you're looking around, you're thinking that bonfire was cast by one of your friends, you assume, because it just suddenly appeared. It couldn't
Right.
have been naturally made.
Yeah.
You notice the glowing stick thing, and you think you see vaguely 2 figures, and one of them is smaller, so you assume one of them's Abby. And you just barely notice above you. You just made the check, by the way. A foot going into the boat. They
Nope.
somehow snuck past you and had just gotten into the boat until this
Nope.
moment.
Yeah. Attack roll.
Re-roll initiative. Just for Josul and the assassin trail.
Ow. The funny thing is, I was literally about
Oh
to
my-
say I get into the boat.
Oh my god. So you get surprise, actually, Josul. Keep that in
Yay.
mind. Or they're
My
surprised
initiative
in
was-
the first round.
My initiative was 17.
Okay.
All right.
Let me...
Gonna make an attack.
You are hidden.
17 you said, right? Okay.
So that's advantage to the attack roll.
Yes. Because there you're surprised. They definitely could not make that perception check.
Oh yeah. Gonna go with I hope 25 hits them.
25 does.
Okay.
So describe to me what this ambush attack is.
Well, I am still not sure what happened to the other one, so I'm going just from Josul's position here. I don't know that the other guy is dead. I've been underwater waiting for someone to get into the boat. I don't want them to try
if
to.
you knew there were two.
Yeah, I don't even remember if I knew there were two. I just know that people are trying to kill my friend, and I'm not okay with that. I don't really have any care for this particular person's life, regardless of what they are. So I'm gonna stab him with my marrow spear, and if he dies, he dies, and if he doesn't, he's not running away because there's a rope attached to it. So I'm going to attempt to just stab the marrow spear through part of him so he can't run away without pulling it out and hurting himself
just pin
more.
him to his boat.
Yeah, I'm just going to like whoosh,
Yes.
pow, and just attempt to just impale him to the boat. If he dies, that's not my concern.
A very small Abby scream echoes over the water
Yeah.
as this giant merman jumps out of the
Just
water and impales
splashes
somebody
up at-
in the boat that I didn't even know there was there. The boat
Yeah.
I was about to climb into.
Yeah, this 360-pound merman flies up out of the water and stabs. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. 25 to hit.
Okay, because you have a mural harpoon, and this is literally what it's built for, do you want to pull him into the water as part of the attack? It's literally meant for, they pop up out of the water, they stab you with it, and pull you in
He's
before you
gonna
can
be
even
at a
make a noise.
disadvantage in the water, bigger than the rest of us.
Yeah, and he can't run in the water, so
Not as
maybe I
fast as
will
you.
do that. Yeah,
I'm
for sure
fast,
not
at
as
least.
fast as me. I am heckin' zoom in the water. And
There's a
definitely not as
dogfish.
fast as Abby, which I'm pretty sure is now here. She moves like a rocket, so it's 90 feet around over here. I'm definitely sure they're not running faster than either of us. Unless they're a wizard with the expeditious retreat, in which case they probably wouldn't be assassins, because that's a poor choice for a line of work if you're a wizard. I'm gonna stab him and pull him in the water, yeah.
What'd you get with your advantage roll?
25 to hit.
Okay. You stab him, and we need opposing strength rolls, because I just looked up the rules for my Murrow harpoon.
Ah, balls.
What'd you get?
8.
Oof.
Yeah.
They
Roll,
got a 5. Assassins aren't known for their strength.
yes.
So you pull him into the water with you.
All right.
So roll me all your damage, and while you're rolling all the damage, because it's sneak attack and all that, the rest of you, definitely Axel and Sekald would notice that the boat just suddenly rocks and something falls into the water nearby. And
He
then
takes 31 damage.
we roll initiative for the rest of you.
I was gonna say that is my cue.
Um,
Holy shit, for
that
the
was-
first time in my life, I didn't roll absolute horse shit.
that was
God damn it, Cat! You gave me your roll.
that was beautiful. Greatly executed strike.
Thanks.
How much damage?
31.
So,
Me
Wait.
stat good.
what was Abby's?
16.
Sekald.
5.
Sorry, Beth.
Really caught you off guard. Axel
9.
also caught you off guard. Katie,
What is this I'm rolling?
initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, good. I rolled the right thing. 18.
Okay. Just so Abby and Katie know, you guys are probably like 30 feet out in the water.
Okay.
And Bryn, what'd you get?
6.
Did you get Josul's?
Yeah, he already rolled his.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
It was before he attacked. He got 17.
Yep.
Okay.
17
And I'll let you know that the assassin rolled a nat 20, so they are
Oh.
first.
They are
It's not gonna-
underwater.
it's not
and
gonna
there's a
matter.
arrow spear in their body.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. Flip through now. So you definitely caught them off guard, so they don't get like the hold your breath rules. They have rounds until they drown.
It's still several rounds, but
It's rounds equal to your
important
con
thing is-
modifier.
unless he has some special ability, he's moving at half speed.
hmm So he obviously is going to attempt to swim away and out. So Josul, you do get an attack provoke.
Okay. He has a rope attached to my marrow spear that is still inside his body, which he has not pulled out yet. So I'm going to hold on to the rope with one of my other arms.
And it versus this one asshat.
Josul. Whee!
All right, opposing strength then.
Yeah, just going to try and hold him in place.
It's skiing.
Yep.
Except
Ooh,
you are gigantic.
21.
All right.
Good luck. I'm a 360-pound anchor.
He attempts to swim up and he can't. And because he can't, that was his move. I guess he
You
will.
got a 26 AC initiative?
What?
Oh, I just heard the 6.
Yeah, I heard
Oh.
6 as well.
No,
Holy
I rolled an 18 and I have +8 to my initiative.
Okay, let me.
Holy dicks.
Okay, you're going next then, because you should have went first.
I think
Sorry,
you're-
it must have cut out or something.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It sounded like it cut out.
I'm looking right at my 18 right now, so.
No, we trust you. I just didn't hear it.
Yeah, I swear all I heard was 6 as well. So I'm kind of with everyone else's consensus. It cut
Yeah,
out.
because I thought that was weird. I don't even.
I'm like,
can
6.
You even
Like,
roll that low?
can you roll a
No.
6? I was like,
Even if I rolled a 1, I would still get a 9.
yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's impossible for you to roll less than.
Since it'll take a minute for them to get to my turn, I'm going to step away for just a bit.
Okay. Josul, he starts swinging blindly at you underwater. Not technically blindly, but, this happened within 3 seconds. And
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, something's definitely holding me down. And he's freaking out, and he swings at you twice at disadvantage because he's underwater and doesn't have a swim speed. And his weapon isn't a spear. Or net. I think
Yeah,
those are the only
spear
two.
and net, I think, are
And
the only two that
crossbows.
get.
Like
Yeah.
piercing.
Spear,
Generally,
net, crossbow. If it does piercing damage, it works underwater.
yeah,
unless
that's
it's
the
a
general
bow.
rule.
Unless it's a bow, then it doesn't work underwater.
Wow, he actually
Crossbow does.
He's actually going to
Bow
hit
does.
on the first one. I'm pretty sure. Dirty 20.
Well, all right. Yeah, that hits.
And the second one was an 8. So, yeah.
8 does not hit. I move out of the way.
All right. You know,
As surprising as that is, I move out of the way.
I'll roll for this. So you take 7 piercing damage, and I need a con save.
I take no piercing damage. I lose temporary hit points. Let me see.
I'll see you have advantage because the poison is fading out from being in the water.
Oh, okay. Ooh, con. I'm horrible at those. All right. Well, let's hope I don't get cat's luck when it comes to dice roll, because it is flat dice roll for Josul's con check. We did this once already, and it was bad. Oh boy, a 5 and a 1. 5.
Okay. Then you take 24 poison damage.
I'm
Um,
guessing that probably hurts.
Probably.
Let's see. So 20.
Shit, I just realized 8 would probably be gone
30.
Yeah.
because it's only for 8 hours, and it's probably been more than 8 hours since we woke up.
Since you woke up.
I usually cast it first thing in the morning.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. It's
Since we woke up last.
It's been almost it's been 20 plus hours for sure since you cast it. Because you guys were sleeping right now, and it's probably like 4 in the morning at the moment. Regardless, Bryn, you technically were supposed to go first, so we'll have you go now. Where were you? You came down with Axel and them through the cave system, right?
I think I was making. I'm not as fast as Cerulean, and I definitely jump off of a cliff with Katie and Abby. So I think I'm just making my way down. I probably will, if I have to, use my movement, my action to move, and then my bonus action to dash. Would that get me there?
I will say your movement and bonus action dash, you are on the scene.
Okay.
You would notice the disturbance in the water. A boat that you do not recognize, like a tiny little rowboat, is rocking back and forth and just slowly starting to level out. And Axel and Cerulean are probably looking that direction, huh? There's definitely something going on underneath the water next to it.
Hang on.
There
Does
is a
it
bonfire
look like-
going, so there is a light source, but it's like low light, and they're also underwater.
Okay.
And there's a
I'm-
glowing railing.
Oh yeah, you see glowing railing out in the water somewhere.
I call for my seals.
And call for Navy Team 6.
Yes.
The boys.
I'm gonna roll perception check.
I thought the boys that Terry woke up and looked at me because that's what I call him sometimes.
Oh,
He is the boy.
Garfield has also recognized that term.
Here comes the boy.
Yeah, guys.
Mhm.
Terry has so many fucking
Yes.
nicknames.
It was really cute because like I was talking with Callie and I said the word, and he just suddenly would just hear like this chirp. And he just like, and he just like looked over at me and his ears are up. Anyway, roll me a d4, Bryn.
I got a 4.
Oh, no, that's how many turns it's gonna be until they show up.
No! I thought it meant how many seals were gonna be.
You s- okay. Katie and Abby both hear from the cave a seal call, and then you hear on the shore a few hundred feet away, like a.
And then I'm gonna jump in the water.
If any of you had to speak with animals, the subtitles would be: our mistress needs us. Away, my brethren.
A
Forward,
little bit
march.
of that. A little bit.
As this legion of seals comes marching our direction.
It seems that the mighty orca has gone after our mistress. We must slay them. Anyway,
But
I'm sorry.
I jump in the water, and then can I see anything if I'm on the water?
Sure. You definitely notice like a skirmish going on underwater, but
But
they're
I
like
can't
dark
look.
and silhouetted. I guess. Like there's low.
One of
It's
them
low
is
light.
quite large, so you assume that's Josul. One of them looks bigger than your seals. You're sure that's Josul.
Okay.
You're pretty sure it's just soul fighting another assassin.
I can't really. I mean,
And the main thing that makes it difficult is not being able the lighting. It's more of because Josul stabbed them so hard. There's like blood
Yeah.
all through the water.
I think her main
Yeah.
issue is that she's out of actions because she used her bonus action,
Yeah.
and movement to get here.
Yeah.
So that's where
Well,
Bryn's gonna be. Then.
Yeah.
Then we will go to Katie. So Katie, I think I said that you and Abby were 30 feet out from the boat.
Yes.
So since I'm carrying Abby,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I move at half speed.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
If even that, Abby weighs 30 pounds. She's not wearing any armor.
Yeah,
You're
well, half
technically
speed's still
carrying
25.
somebody.
Sorry, 40 pounds.
Half speed's
But
still
yeah.
25 feet. I'm
So-
gonna.
You're with you being 5 feet away. That's technically within melee range. So just
Well, there we go. I swim us over, and submerge so we come up alongside, and I say underwater, I told you weren't gonna get away, and I'm gonna punch him.
okay.
Let's
Trixie is a
see.
delight.
Yeah.
Isn't she though?
This is what I
She
do.
also absolutely looks
Oh,
like she's
oh.
hunting something.
No, she's just steadying herself on the back of the chair because I like to move, and sometimes she falls off.
And she's also stubborn enough. She wants to stay up there even though it's moving.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it's the high place.
Speaking of
That's
cats,
also next to Jesse.
I think Callie, just leave if you're letting them out, just leave them out.
no, I'm getting food.
Oh.
They're up there.
All right. So
Okay, never mind.
does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does. 17 hits.
All right.
Also, they
so
heard everything.
We did.
You heard
All
me
right.
say
So
okay.
this is a
Hmm.
I punch him for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to Spend a key point and do flurry of blows as a bonus action. Is that? Do I have to spend a key point for that? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Cool. So I will spend a key point and I will flurry of blows, which gives me 2 more punches.
20 more attacks. Got it.
Here we go. First attack. Ooh, a 28, and second attack.
Let me check our AC. Yeah, that hits.
15.
The 15 actually doesn't.
Okay, so 12 more points of bludgeoning damage. So punch and then a kick. And the kick is kind of a roundhouse, and I kind of like drop Abby next to them as I finish the spin.
Oh yeah, no, Abby would let go once we're right next to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
You all have been working together long enough. I think you got it that synchronized pretty well. So after your turn, then Josul is gone. Cool.
He's
Oh
not-
no, there he is. Hey. I'm sorry, you're probably talking
turn.
to somebody.
Oh, sorry.
But it is
No.
your turn. I'm trying to remember exactly how sneak attack works in 5e, but you do have allies within 5 feet.
I do have allies within 5 feet, so technically I can sneak attack him again.
Yeah, so it's not advantage, but if you do hit, it does sneak attack damage.
Can I do sneak attack damage with the intent of knocking him out instead of making him die?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm going to do sneak attack damage with the intent of not necessarily killing him, but definitely doing enough damage to knock him the fuck out.
I've always wanted to make a non-lethal assassin that was a cross-class between rogue and monk, where just so you have the unarmed proficiency, and then you just sneak attack, like knock him out.
I'm just going to pommel bash him with a dagger. Just not the pointy end, just the pommel, and just right upside the head.
Okay. Roll
Hang
it.
on.
I don't know if that's Jake or not.
No idea.
Zoro would be
He lives-
very displeased with him.
He lives with him, so that's why I was.
I'm guessing nobody caught that.
Something about Zoro is what I heard. I'm sorry.
Zoro would be pretty disappointed with him,
With the pommel.
as in with the pummel strike. You know, pointy end goes into the other man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was
actually
figuring
watched
that was,
that not that long ago.
it's a great movie.
I haven't seen
is.
I haven't seen that in a while. Okay, so for those on stream, our windows are going to be messed up for a second. Hey, we're back.
Hi.
Sorry, that was quite a long intermission, but it was needed. In any case, Josul, you were just rolling damage for your sneak attack.
I was, and I got 21 altogether for my pommel bash to the head.
21. You almost knocked
Just
him.
kind of
You almost knock him out.
right in his head.
You're like this close to knocking him out.
Ah,
What's
dang
your
it.
what's your strength? Strength.
16.
Did you two-hand with this?
It's a dagger. I just kind of one-handed. You can't two-hand a dagger.
You're pretty sure that he's like so almost out of it that even though you aren't trained in the ways of the monk, if you just like tried to offhand like jab him, you could knock him out.
If only I had 2 attacks.
With the bonus action, you can use your offhand unarmed.
I can?
I'm pretty sure.
I was-
Usually. No, that's a monk thing.
Is
Nah,
it?
it's a monk thing. Yeah, I
If
can't.
you
I don't
have
have 2
if
attacks.
you have like a second weapon, then you can use a
Oh,
bonus
yeah, you
action
don't
to
have
do
extra
it.
attacks. Never mind.
No,
Never
Rogue does not get extra attack.
Sorry. Okay.
I
Well,
get
even
1.
then, like if you had it, because they're rogues can 2-weapon fight. It's usually not worth it because you can't sneak attack with the
Yeah,
other
I-
one.
And you
Yeah.
don't get your extra damage. Like you only get the dice roll.
I don't
you
have a
get
second
more.
weapon in my other hand because I'm holding the rope.
Yeah.
So at this point, I kind of like pulled out my knife and just bashed him in the head with it, and that was kind of like that's what I did.
Okay. He is
So-
he is barely conscious as it goes to Abby's turn then. Abby, you were right there.
I am.
You do notice Josul is trying to not kill him.
Question. Is there any way to make Sacred Flame not be lethal?
No. Unfortunately,
You
you
could
can't.
headbutt
You
it.
can't non-lethally do spells unless
I
there's a thing
see.
for it. And I would like if it would be a homebrew feat, I'm sure. But if there's a feat
There
that lets
was
you
in
do,
3.5 one of the substitution feats where it let you substitute damage was called subdual substitution, which lets you knock out the enemy with any spell. You can imagine how deadly a wizard could be in a fight if you fireballed subdually. 10d6 subdual damage, and everyone's unconscious.
Good night.
Yeah, exactly. Cast my favorite spell, Thunk, which is what I've renamed my subdual fireball. And Thunk.
Or like an old tiefling wizard we used to know. She just has a little knockout pill that she rolls underneath the door. The delay blast. Anyway.
Fuck it. It's stupid, but I don't have a lot else I can do non-lethally. I saw where the poison pill was on the other guy's tooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into the boat and
It's
try
one
and
of the
grab
back
this guy.
molars.
And
He's underwater. Everything's underwater.
oh, fabulous! That is also fine. And try and get the poison pill out of his mouth.
Roll me an attack, because you gotta grapple him first.
Grapple and shove your hand in his mouth.
Okay, so to your confusion in the middle of this fray, like Abby just shows up out of nowhere and just like grabs his face.
Just swims down, just
Trying to get your hand in his mouth and pull his tooth out.
This is really bad for him because he can't breathe underwater, so he thinks
No,
you're
no,
trying to
he
drown him.
Yeah, it looks like you're trying to just drown him.
okay. So this is just proficiency plus like strength.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. math.
Katie is looking on like,
I didn't know you were an elf. An elf that wants to be a dentist.
23.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's it's like air escapes from him as you're getting in there, and I'll have you roll me a medicine check.
Okay. Higher. 24.
You pull out that specific tooth. He takes 1 damage. He is still conscious.
Ah, dang it.
But now he is drowning.
I mean, he was drowning before.
And then she'll use the rest of her movement in her bonus action to maybe pull him closer to the surface if Josul will let her, because I don't want him to die.
Yeah, I don't want him to die either. So if she's going to try and move him to the surface, I let her move him to the surface.
And fun fact, my speed right now is 70, so I can move him.
So it'd be
if I use my
half.
bonus action, I can move him 70 feet.
You're on shore.
I can do 35 and then 35.
You're dragging him on shore. He's bleeding everywhere, mostly from the initial harpoon attack. But his
Which is
mouth is
still
also bleeding profusely because you just ripped out a molar. And as you're dragging him onto shore, and he's still like thrashing around a bit, hey Axel, the camera pans up and Axel's right there.
Imagine this must look so fucking bizarre.
Yeah, so okay, here's the scene here. Hold on, let me.
There's some churning in the water, and you just see this halfling like dolphin leap out of the water onto the shore with this unconscious guy and flop him on the ground with one of his teeth in her hand.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Imagine seeing this tiny grandma just dolphin leap out of the water with this
The funniest part of
bloody
this
assassin.
is that no one saw this except for Josul and Katie.
Arm around his neck with one, and the other one holding the bloody molar.
Sekald's got a front row seat, though. He's kind of standing on the dock, just like, what the hell?
Yeah, once I get up out of the water, just standing there
Just-
barefoot, my soaking wet nightgown, just tap his
Sekald just
chest
sees
with the
churning, and then you go, wee! Just straight up.
okay. So like this assassin
He's technically
like,
not prone.
no, but their field of vision pans up and and then a darkness as the hammer descends, and he cherry taps for subdual damage, and
Thank you.
it was a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has literally 1 hit point left.
Come
Yeah.
on!
So
I
I
could
just
just punched him.
It's just
Yeah,
gonna go.
That's what I was saying with this song.
Well, like I didn't know.
I
You
can't
said
punch.
I
It's
didn't
not
know
an
how
option.
much damage it was going to be. I would have
Yeah.
only done 2 damage. If he had 4
Right.
hit points, he would have had a whole nother round to chomp on that molar.
Right. That's true.
That is why I asked Josul's strength. But
'Cause
anyway,
it's a reaction.
so Bob, you knock him out. We're out of
Yeah.
initiative. What are you guys doing with the unconscious assassin's body that's bleeding everywhere?
I don't. I'm gonna leave him over here and let Abby deal with him. I'm gonna go check on Josul because I smell blood, and it does not smell like his blood.
So this entire time, I noticed Josul and the shadow go into the water. I noticed everybody coming up to assist with this particular action. So I'm fairly aware of where everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
Want to hit him with a
You
lightning
can
bolt.
definitely see me with my glowy stick.
Oh,
You're gonna hit him with a lightning bolt. I
Abby has
will
speak with
warn you,
death.
both Axel and Abby
He
would be
doesn't
aware.
have to answer truthfully.
This is
Hey.
more fun though.
We
All
can't
right.
even stop him. He's back by the dock. If he does it, we don't have
If you
anything to say.
if you want to, you can. So
No, not in this case. This is what my plan was for the entire.
Just planning on lightning bolting, and you're like,
I'm just sitting there, just waiting. It's like, okay, I know where he is. I know how to avoid them.
any
I
day
won't hit
now.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's unconscious. God.
Yeah.
So no,
Uh,
I won't.
Abby-
Blood
actually-
running out of his mouth. Abby's holding his tooth. He's got a marrow spear stuck in his chest right here.
Yeah, she gets
I
up out
I
of
like
the
to think
water,
you got
like,
the spear out so she can move with him.
like smacks him on the
probably.
chest and just leaves the bloody molar there.
I mean,
Okay, everybody, gather up. Get within like 30 feet. Who
Just
all
Soul
is
comes
hurt?
up out of the water.
You do notice the molar is made of wood,
Gross.
finely crafted.
Who all actually took damage?
Josul has 26 of 55 hit points.
Ouchie.
I will lay on hands for 20.
Ooh.
Is Katie hurt? I think by a tiny
Nope.
bit.
No, Katie kind
Oh,
of,
because you took somebody out, so you healed.
and
Nope,
no temporary.
I didn't get hit. I never got
He
hit.
never got it.
I
Yeah,
thought you got like
Nobody
stabbed
touched
and
it.
you took a little bit of stabbing damage,
Mm-mm.
but no poison.
yeah, you did, but no
Um,
poison, and it didn't get through
Bryn,
your temporary.
Bryn got
Yeah.
strangled and knocked
Oh,
out
yeah.
with chemical gas, but I don't know if that did damage.
Okay,
Yes,
so it's
I
Sekald and
I think-
Josul then.
did Zendros ever remove the bolt from my gut?
No, I
Yes.
don't think. Well, no, that's right.
Because
did
she
heal
healed you
Healed
multiple
yeah, but that-
times. I'll say, yeah, she as
Okay.
part of it, she removed it.
Just making sure. I'm
She
still
just heals it in your gut. You just have a bolt sticking out of
I
your
mean,
stomach from now on.
in an emergency. That's exactly what I expect. Stop the bleeding. Stop the
Yeah.
the additional
We'll
damage.
take this out later.
In
Yeah.
fact,
exactly.
in
Okay.
fact, the bolt is still sitting up there where she healed you.
So if both of Josul and Sekald are still hurt, both of you gain 8 hit points.
Ooh, perfect. I'm at full.
And I will regain the rest as I use my channel divinity
Well,
that is
I-
preserved life. I can heal anybody in 30 feet up to 25 hit points, divided among them however I wish, as long as it doesn't heal you above what half your hit points max is.
how much did you say?
8.
Just 8. Okay. So with that, there's one thing that I want to do. Who else is injured?
I'm still. a
I was gonna
little
say,
bit-
did you take any damage, Bryn?
I took 8 damage.
Oh,
Okay, so let me do it this way. I cast Healing Pool. I literally take the water from our dock and hit all of us that can do that need any amount of health. And it is 1d6 hit point for every minute submerged in the water.
Yep.
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to, you can chill in there for 10 minutes and just roll 10d6.
We just make sure the assassin's up in the boat.
Yeah, he's not near the
oh,
water.
He doesn't get the good water.
No.
I'm actually going to give a little bit to the assassin as well, so he doesn't bleed out after we did all this work to make sure he
before
doesn't.
you do that, do you tie him up at all or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm tying him up.
You take away his weapons.
Yeah, all of them. And his boots.
Okay, he had, actually, roll me a d4, Abby.
I take his blue cloak off, or
Um,
their blue cloak off.
Yeah, you said
My-
they're wearing like a specific cloak. Is that like a recognizable color or anything? Do we see any kind of recognizable imagery
You
on this?
do
bad
remember the
guy?
one who killed himself up above did drop something when he nat 1'd last session.
Mm. I got a 4.
If it matters for anybody, that is 36 points of healing over 10
Holy
minutes.
shit! Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's my last.
Anyone else
spell
who needs
slot.
it, full hit points now. Sweet.
I'm sorry, a lot of things are going off at once. What was the 4 for again?
I don't know. You asked me to roll a d4, I think.
Is that what it was? I already forgot what it was, but whatever. Anyway, so you go.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
take the
tie him up
weapons.
after I search his pockets.
Oh, I remember now. You find 4 doses of the assassin's poison.
Ah,
I want
I
to check
take-
his hair.
I take that.
Check his hair for wire. Got a wire.
You don't find any wires in his hair,
That's the thing.
but when you do take off the coil and face mask and whatnot, it's a human male. And he appears to be maybe in his 30s.
I'm gonna turn to Sekald.
Pretty,
Wait, where'd
go,
Zindros
goatee,
go?
pretty well taken care of.
Does he look
Left.
familiar?
He does not.
She just left?
Yep.
How did she know any of this was happening?
I've yet to get to ask that question. It's on the list.
Above table, she did mention to you, Sekald, that she had a network of informants.
Yeah, she told you that a contact told her, but that doesn't clear a lot up.
That brings up more questions.
Yeah, I have
That's
more
kind of
questions
why I
now.
just said she didn't say anything, just to say
Yeah. Nothing that made sense.
until I have something I can actually present as evidence and a decent
would-
answer.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it.
I would love to go ask her questions, but I'm so tapped. I'm so tired. I am out of almost everything.
This fellow, his I guess ethnicity that he looks like, it would be Caucasian. I guess Colian, like the local nation, Colon.
Okay.
So he's local.
I'm also
Does
going
he
to use
look
my
like
pearl
someone
of
I've
power.
seen in my lower circles?
None of you have seen him before.
Okay. So he's expendable. All right.
I
well,
say we
I've
drag
searched
his
his
butt
pocketses.
upstairs.
I empty all of his pocketses. I search for any hidden weapons anywhere on him, any knives in his belt loops, or, I took his boots so he doesn't get those.
You find one hidden boot
anyways.
dagger.
I took his boots completely, so he doesn't have boots either.
He had. Actually, let me roll how many he had left. He had a light crossbow with 18 bolts in a quiver.
Okay.
Um,
I give that to Bryn.
the 4 doses of assassin's poison that Abby took, you would definitely have noticed that. Let's see, and he is wearing medium-sized studded leather armor of unknown make. It's not it's not mysterious leather, so don't think it's like that.
Got it. Okay. It still looks like cow leather.
Yes.
It's just very oddly.
You don't
made.
see like a person's face on the side or something.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to tell me that. Okay.
I vote we drag him upstairs, tie him up, lock him in a room, and go back to sleep for a while.
I'm awake right now. I'll ask him questions now.
You go
Okay,
on.
that's fair. No,
You can go back to bed.
no, I'll stay. I've got a few more spells in me.
I,
But I suggest we do this somewhere that's not right next to the open water, so he can get away quite so easily. Let's drag him upstairs when we do it, so that we can put him in a locked room.
I'm gonna go grab pants.
What, Jeff?
That would
Just
be
throw
appreciated.
nuts.
So Cold goes to
Just
walk
throw
away,
nuts and
and for the first time, cinematically, there isn't like something conveniently covering his crotch. You just see like his bare shark butt as he's walking back in. And as you guys are like
Also-
starting to wind down, you're like ar,
Also, Abby's
and just
2'11".
hundreds of seals
Oh,
up here.
I don't think he's going anywhere if we just interrogate him here. I look over at the seals.
And the seals
Valid.
angrily start coming over, and you see them going straight for him.
There's just like an ocean of red eyes in the darkness.
Just glowing with the bonfire light.
Bryn subtitles that you know is like, there it is. There's the orca lover. Kill him. Kill him.
The orca lover. Oh god.
Subtitles. Gerald, we talked about this. Don't get 100 of your brothers in trouble when I call.
But they were like, but you're in danger.
You could have been here sooner. I needed like 4 of you tops.
If one of us is in trouble, we all come to help. You hear a random one in the distance say.
Actually, I think we're good right here. If you can tell them to just make sure he doesn't escape, we'll interrogate him here in the sand.
Honestly, yeah.
I could use those sea lions as a threat.
Okay.
Let me do the interrogating.
Bryn, which one of them is the biggest?
Gerald's the biggest.
Okay, Gerald just like, and he just sits on top of the assassin and just lays on his side, you know?
He has
Fabulous.
broken legs now.
Yeah.
I
basically.
kind of slap him upside the face to wake him up.
Oh, hang on. Can I cast Zone of Truth on somebody that's unconscious?
Yeah.
Isn't it an area effect spell anyway?
Yes.
Yeah. So charisma saving throw.
I would like to move away.
Ooh, actually, that might succeed. Let's see. 15. Does a 15 pass? From the looks of it, it looks like it passes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know it passes.
All right. My spell didn't take hold.
Always
Okay.
try for an intimidation check.
And to
Wait,
do
let me
this the old-fashioned way.
And he wakes up, and he's just like, you know, his head just like, he just suddenly realizes he's pinned by a giant ant creature.
And I point my marrow spear right at his eye, and I'm like, "You can't kill yourself. I took your weapons. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and if I don't like your answer, you may not leave here with your life. You may leave here with no eyes. I'm not exactly sure which I've chosen yet. You were involved in a plot to kill me or my friends, and I don't like that. And I knew about you and your assassin friends in town, and I know about a lot of things because I have friends in very low places, like you, maybe lower. And some of the people who you work for are involved with the theft of my love. And as I'm sure you may be aware, there are very few things a person in love would do to get back the person they care about. You can answer my question honestly, and I may let you leave here alive. Or you can lie to me, and I'll know you're lying.
He stares at you with angry malice and says nothing.
Hmm. I was hoping you would say that. You know, dead people answer questions too. You can answer me alive, or I can kill you. We can ask your corpse. No?
The reaction does
Nothing?
not change. Actually, you can roll me intimidation if you want. Why not?
Oh, I will.
I think Callie's trying to say something, but
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I play my pipes of haunting so that I possibly could give this like advantage and also create him, make it so that he is frightened?
Yeah, I was supposed to say, what exactly would that do again?
Can we set the scene here? Like, can we have like Sekald and me with like the Chol mask and like
Sekald just makes dry ice and throws it into water.
it's just like everywhere his gaze falls, there's a new monstrosity like ready.
Right.
monstrosity, halfling in nightgown.
Yeah.
That with a frying pan. That's the scariest one of them all.
It's true.
So pipes of haunting is he has to succeed on the DC 15 wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay.
He's also maybe still scared of Katie. I don't know how long that effect lasts.
Yeah, it was just one round, but I could do it
Also,
again.
probably not while he's unconscious.
Well, yeah, okay. That's true.
You can roll me inside your soul as Bryn uses the pipes of haunting.
Okay. 10?
10. He seems
think so.
he seems unfazed by her magically haunting tunes.
Hmm.
Exactly, Oliver. I know, it's scary.
Lord. Well,
Can I roll to see like performance of how well I'm doing? Not just this doesn't.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 28. That's how good.
It sounds
It's
haunting.
Beautifully haunting tunes as she plays like Halloween Town music or something.
Could I contribute to this whole shenanigans with an intimidation check of Axel's own?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What you don't have to describe it, but if you want to, you can.
Yeah, so like I said, he's donned the Chol mask. So he's just gonna stand like just imposingly over the thing and look down and have those nasty looking lobster face mandibles clicking and just,
Technically monster face.
You can
And-
paralyze him with them now I think about it.
yeah, and he'll gurgle out like, "Give me a kiss."
What'd you
And
get?
it's a 19
Okay. Roll me an insight.
insight. Nat 20. At 26 all day.
Okay, I have everybody else roll too, since people are rolling. A bunch of people are rolling intimidation and whatnot.
Ah, 11.
Still looking for pants.
I got a
Insight?
22.
Yeah, insight.
22 as well. I rolled a natural 20.
I also rolled a natural 20. I got a 22.
Are you kidding?
No,
That's 3.
like
Wait.
100%.
Jasul got 11. At this point, Jasul's just thinking about where he wants to stab him.
I got
I
a
just
12.
felt like I got nothing.
I look like
He's
an
dead.
angry halfling grandma in a nightgown.
Okay, Axel, you can smell the adrenaline coming from him.
Mhm.
Both Katie and Bryn know fear quite well, and both of you realize that he is hiding it as best as he can. But you think he's at least intimidated by two of you, if not also the seal.
I want to do my scary face thing again so bad.
Do you know how hard it is to breathe when you can't move?
So, what is it then? Do I take your eyes out and let them have you, or are you going to answer my question?
You'll get nothing from me. As he's barely
Then
choking
we'll-
out the words as a few hundred
Then
pounds of blubber.
we'll just have to ask your corpse then, because your corpse will tell us, and you can go to whatever circle of hell they've reserved for your soul.
Can I have the ice?
Sure. You know what? You can have the eyes. We don't need them for the corpse to answer the question anyway.
And you kill him.
We don't.
I'm not letting him live.
Okay. Then the camera will pan up as you coup de grace him. And that's
I
where we're
just-
ending the session for the night.
I put the arrow spear through his neck. I'm just like, all right, well, we don't need you. We don't need you to talk to us alive then.
Well, that was fun.
I take my glowing piece of the
I
porch.
was really hoping we
Okay.
could get him to talk
And
when he was
that's
alive.
and that's where we ended for the night.
As I'm running up the cliffside with the glowing piece of porch rail.
Hang in there, kitty! Hang in there, kitty! Okay, you got it. All right.
Sorry, Trixie.
That probably ends soon because I don't know how long does light last.
Hour?
It's in a minute
10 minutes,
each cast, but you can
15
just keep
minutes or
doing
something.
it.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was 10.
Regardless, we're
Oh, it's an hour. Never mind.
We'll,
Yeah, we're
we'll go
done.
to closing plugs, so we'll see what everybody's got going on. So why don't we start with the Pink Knight, our Axel? What do you got going on?
Well, I currently have joined the crew of the Mysteries of the Silver Fleet while Quantum Rose is on hiatus on new episodes. I also am in the Retroverse Vaccine crew on next Friday here on this channel. And I think that's all the more else I've got going on in here besides this game right now. But you can check out classic episodes of Quantum Rose over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/backgen. And I'm on Twitter, and over to you, Blake.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got going on, Blake?
Stay tuned, because next time we go into space, back to more Mysteries of the Silver Fleet, where last time the party faced off against the legendary assassin, and they defeated one of the strange silver craft that were flying in space, and it burnt away, leaving nothing behind, which seemed even more strange because the assassin wasn't there when the craft disintegrated either. So where did he go? And what happened to that craft? And will the party move the entire ring world somewhere else in space? I don't know. They were talking about that.
Why don't we
Maybe
just
that's an
take
option.
it and push it somewhere else?
And that's what they decided to try to do, I guess. And they were currently talking to everyone's dear favorite Dr. Tepish to try to figure out if that were possible. So next time we get to hear Dr. Tepish's answer, and maybe it will be one they want. Maybe it's not movable. We will find out, I guess. Stay tuned. Next time on Mystery of the Silver Fleet.
Sweet. Cap Callie, what do you got going on?
Oh, hello. I was not expecting my
You
formal
never
name.
you never expect it. You're surprised every time.
I was just... Hi, I'm Callie, or Cap Callie on Twitter. You can follow me there. Sometimes I post art. I haven't really been doing art recently because I'm still kind of settling into a new job. And yeah, but I am in that Retroverse vaccine game. I'm in I run a game called Unwritten every other Tuesday, opposite Jeanette's Call of Cthulhu game, but it's on Vex's, our friend Vex's channel, Fractured Moon D&D. It's about fairy tales. There's a factory that's giving off smog, and there's going to be a revolution, and you should watch it. I don't know, it might be interesting. Yeah, but that's it for me.
Sorry, I got a cat that's trying to get under the desk. Get out of here. Shoot. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so that will be, you said Fractured Moon D&D. That's in the friends list down on Twitch. I think we'll go to Jeanette, aka Kade. What do you got going on?
Hi, I'm Jeanette, also known as Katie, who jumps off cliffs. Hi. You can follow me on Twitter at my handle below. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to play some Skull and Shackles, D&D 5e over on my channel, Uncanny_Adventures. And then Tuesday night, we should finally be back if everyone's schedules line up, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Shadows over Stillwater, Call of Cthulhu, Old West campaign. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have going on. You can, just check out YouTube and things like that to see some of our past episodes. And I have a podcast of it too, if you want to just listen and not have to watch.
Where would the podcast be at?
You can look for it under Uncanny Adventures anywhere that popular podcasts are, like, Castbox, Spotify, Apple. It should be there.
Cool. And last but definitely not least, Abigail, aka Kat. What do you got going on?
Hi. So my next thing that will be aired will actually be the Baltimore by Night Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game that me and Callie and a couple others are in. This one had a lot of talking with our characters' families, which was really awkward but really fun. And holy crap, Callie's character has so much going on. It's great. That goes up on my channel, Crow and Chimera on YouTube, Monday at noon. So keep an eye out for that, noon EST. And then after that, my next thing that would be live would be Friday with Vaccine Crew. And it's going to be great. I'm so excited for it.
Everything's totally fine.
Totally fine. Definitely fine. Totally fine.
The play-by-post chat certainly hasn't been blowing up or anything.
It's so fun.
And actually, I did miss Sekald. Sekald, do you have any closing thoughts or anything you wanted to add?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but it'd be rude not to ask. In any case, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Wait, is Halloween that Saturday?
If it's Halloween, I won't be here.
Halloween is on a Sunday.
Okay,
Yes,
so we'll see you
that's,
all on
uh,
Halloween's
The day
Eve.
before Halloween.
Devil's
October
Night.
30th.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.